And then this says, combine this with the Z Fighters Group Base version B and Z Fighters Group Base version C that will be included with future products to complete a large Z Fighters Group Base! Exclamation mark, Group Base! Group Base B and C are also set contents. The picture is a silhouette of the design under development, okay? So it includes this base thing. So it is not as much of a scam as I originally thought. I thought you were just getting this stuff right here for $70, dude. I was like, you can't be serious. But apparently it includes this base thing right here, okay? Now, this is ridiculous because Bandai has now reached such a low point that they are having you pre-order silhouettes, okay? You're not pre-ordering figures anymore. You're not pre-ordering accessories anymore. You're now pre-ordering silhouettes, dude. Why would you put this up for pre-order when it's still a flipping silhouette? Alright guys, welcome back to the Dragon Ball figure recap. Today, unlike most weeks, we have quite a bit of stuff to go through regarding SH Figuarts because there's the new Recoome thing, there's the new Gohan. I mean, I don't know if I just missed that Gohan or if the pre-orders only went up like recently. I'm not really sure because I didn't really see anyone online talking about that figure, so I don't know when exactly the pre-orders went up, but I discovered it yesterday, okay? So we've got that, and also I want to do another thing where I want to actually go over a bunch of like premium Bandai exclusives that I would like to see get affordable bootlegs, okay? Specifically, preferably, by DB Toys, not by WP Model, or someone else charging like disgusting prices for these things, okay? So, as far as premium Bandai is concerned, the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta Daima is still up for pre-order here. It says pre-orders close June 28th. Today is June 19th, so you have like, what, 9 days, right? Yeah, 9 days to decide if you want to get this or not, okay? Now, let's move on to Recoome. SH Figuarts Recoome, the Nightmare Recoome, okay? Pre-orders opened today, June 19th, 2026 at 3 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I guess they're still trying to save daylight and all that stuff. Scheduled shipping February 2027. Delivery group B. The price is $85. So, I mean, I think if we ignore the price for now, artistically, I think it looks pretty good. Of course, apart from the lack of shading, Bandai's lazy garbage. They never shade these figures properly. So apart from that, I think artistically it looks pretty good. I mean, the sculpt is a bit soft there. It looks like Recoome. It could be better. It could be better still, but it does look, I think, you know, good in a way. You know, looks kind of good, I guess. Once again, with the wounds here, why are they, dude, why do they always do this? Like, I don't know, they make this stuff a bit too dark. It should be a bit more of a bright red, you know, a brighter red is needed for this. Like, I don't know why they're doing this brownish looking stuff again. It's just ridiculous. Anyways, like in the anime, dude, I mean, when you're watching the anime and you see the characters close up and stuff, they like almost always, if not always, have like bright red. So why are they doing this brownish, you know, purplish, you know, washed out looking nonsense? I don't get it. I guess like it could be their way of trying to not make the figure look like too brutal or something. But dude, if you're gonna add the wounds, just add the wounds. Don't be adding all sorts of brownish, washed out looking color, dude. Like, make it like a bright, vibrant red, like how it looks in the show, okay? Nonsense. Anyways, so you got this right here, okay? And once again, why is this blurry garbage, dude? This is not on a third-party website. I'm not on Amazon or something, dude. I'm on Premium Scamdai. I'm right here on Premium Scamdai, right? Why does this image look so like low quality? You can't take a good quality image for your own website, dude? I don't understand this. Like, look, this looks pretty good quality. But then this is like some low quality garbage, like 480 pixels or something. What is this? Anyways, so you've got this. Oh dear, hold on. Their website is so buggy, man. All right, you've got this right here, right? Looks decent. You got this. Okay. I think, as I said, I think the sculpt looks pretty good. The face sculpts are a bit softer than they should be, but still it looks like Recoome. It's not like complete garbage, you know. You've got this right here. Look at the lack of shading, man. Look at the lack of shading. 85. I cannot stand Bandai, man. $85, right? $85. And look at the lack of shading. Look at this. This plain, basic garbage. And you're charging people $85, man. I would slap someone. All right. Moving on. We've got this right here. Recoome, you know, the smaller head sculpt, big mouth thing going on, eraser gun and all that. Okay. Cool. And then you've got Krillin, this little like Goku's scalping friend right here. You know, kicking the top of his head, the head sculpt right there, you know. So, okay. And I guess they've got some kind of like smoke effect for when he got, you know, kicked or whatever. Okay, interesting. And let's see here. So this is all that you get, okay? This is everything you get right here, right? So is this worth $85? You already know the answer is no, okay? Obviously, okay? And we're gonna do an SH Figuarts scamculation for this Recoome figure, okay? Now, since Recoome is a larger character, we're going to use Sagat as the, you know, benchmark or comparison thing or whatever, okay? So Sagat right here, Storm Arena, $34.99, 2 head sculpts, an effect piece, 4 hands, and a stand, all right? So let's see what Recoome has and what he doesn't have. So let me get my scamculator. So as far as head sculpts go, unlike, you know, many SH Figuarts, Recoome actually does have multiple head sculpts. So that is kind of, you know, something we don't usually see here. So, all right, let's see. So he's got this, let's say this is a head sculpt. He's got this head sculpt, this head sculpt, this, okay? So he's got like 5 head sculpts and then this extra piece of hair or whatever there. He's got this effect piece, a stand for the effect piece, I believe, right? Is that for the effect piece? Yeah. Stand for the effect piece, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hands. And Sagat, that stand is for Sagat, not the effect piece. Okay, cool. All right, so let me do the math here. So how many head sculpts does Sagat have? 2. So Recoome has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 extra head sculpts. All right, let me add the notes. Hold on. Recoome, 3 extra head sculpts. Right, I'm writing my scamculator notes here. 3 extra head sculpts. As far as hands go, Sagat has 4 hands. Recoome has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hands. So 4 extra hands. He does have the effect piece, so that is canceled out. He does have a stand for the effect piece, so I'll cancel that out as well. And then he has, what else? So is he missing anything? No, he has a stand. He has an effect piece stand for that. Okay, so he has this little extra piece of hair thing. Dude, that's like, let's call that $1. Okay, 1 hair piece. Let's call that $1. So for head sculpts, according to my notes here, I have $4 for each head sculpt, right? Yeah, $4 for each head sculpt. All right. So he has how many extra head sculpts? 3 extra head sculpts. Okay. So 3 by $4. 3 by $4. Okay. Equals $12. You know, fast math right there. $12. 4 extra hands. Now his hands are pretty large, just like Super Android 13 or Super Scamdroid 13. So I'll give him $2 per hand because his hands are like pretty large, I assume, right? Let's say $2 per hand. So 4 by $2 equals $8. So $8. And then the hairpiece, let's call that $1, dude. I don't even think it's worth that. That should be like 50 cents, but I'll go $1 just to be more simple about it. All right, so $34.99. He's not missing anything, surprisingly. So he's not nothing. There's nothing to subtract. He's not like missing anything from here. So let's add now $34.99. Okay, $34.99 plus. Let's see here. 3 extra head sculpts, $4 per head sculpt. That's what I have in my notes. $4 each for head sculpts. Okay, so add $12 to $34.99. That's $46.99. And then 4 extra hands. All right, so let's see. That is 4 by $2, $8. Add $8. And then 1 hairpiece, $1 plus 1. That is $55.99. So this Recoome figure should be $55.99. Therefore, let's see now. So $55.99, subtract that from 85. $55.99. What is the scam? $29.01 scam. Okay, this Recoome figure is a $29 or $29.01 scam. Okay, so no surprise there. Bandai just overcharges all the time. Disgusting garbage. Let's now move on to this Gohan Z Fighters thing. So I've discovered new information regarding this figure that I was not aware of at the time when I made my post, you know, talking about it for the first time. When I discovered it, I posted about it. Okay, so let's look at this. This is on Amazon, $70. It says it will be released on February 19th, 2027. Okay, so that's like, dude, like a while from now. Okay, very far away. Anyways, Tamashii Nation's Dragon Ball Z Son Gohan Z Fighters limited edition Z Fighters group base version A. Let's see how it looks. I think, like, you know, it's not garbage, but it's definitely not, it's still not as artistic as these figures should be. It's of course a bit better than what they usually make, in a sense, I guess. It's definitely better than the Gohan who surpassed Goku or whatever. That one looks like complete and utter trash. At least in the, like, the neutral or whatever expression, looks like complete garbage. But this looks, you know, I guess acceptable if the price was a lot lower. So you've got that right there. It does have those ugly hips, but they are like, they seem to be slightly more seamless than Games Begin, I think, because his legs are pretty close together, but they're not like sticking out like 25 feet or something, you know what I mean, dude? So there's that. Okay, same image, I guess, basically, but with a background or whatever, instead of the plain white background, you know, dirt, sand, or whatever. Then you've got this. I think this looks kind of cool, to be honest. I do kind of like how this looks, but keep in mind though, remember with Bandai, the actual product that you get, the actual figure you get, will probably not look as good as these images, okay? So keep that in mind. So I already think this looks like, you know, not like the best it should be. So expect the actual product they release and like deliver to your house or whatever to not look this good, okay? However good you think this looks, expect the actual figure to look not as good as this, okay? This is probably better than what you're gonna actually get. Horrible to see that garbage. Anyways, you've got that, okay? And I mean, it's weird, dude, because like with Storm Arena, I feel like the promotional images actually look like what you get. Like the Storm Arena, like let's say Ryu, for example. I have the Ryu figure, and it does look like this. You know, it's not like these look incredible and then the figure looks generic or something. Like the Storm Arena promotional images, at least from what I can remember and I've seen, like the figures you get actually look like these images. Okay, so horrible. Bandai needs to step their game up and stop doing this nonsense where these look better than what you get. Stop cheaping out because you're charging disgusting prices. Deliver on these images, dude. You can't be charging disgusting prices and also sending people trash that doesn't look as good as what you advertise. Like, just ridiculous. Anyways, got this. Okay, hair going up in the air there. Okay, cool. And then let's see this here. I think this is a better happy expression than Bandai usually makes. It looks better than the SDCC 2024 Goku, that's for sure. That one is just abominable. So this looks, I think, pretty solid. You know, pretty solid. You got this right here. And then there are some more images. Let's see. So you got this kicking one right here. Okay. Then you've got this showing the accessories with the figure or whatever. I'm going to talk about what exactly you're getting with this in a moment. And then you've got this right here with, I assume that is Earth's Strongest Man Krillin right there. Okay, not sure what this is based on. Like, is this based on a specific moment or something, or did they just pose him like this? I'm not sure. And then you've got this with Proud Namekian Piccolo, the kind-hearted Saiyan Goku, and this Gohan. Okay, I'd assume this is based on like when they were getting ready to train for the androids or whatever, or training for the androids, that kind of time period. I assume that's what this is. Okay, so now the new information I have now discovered. Notice it says Group Base Version A, right? So apparently this figure, and it says limited edition. Apparently this figure includes some like display base kind of thing. So if you go to Tamashii Web over here, right, it mentions, if you scroll down, so if, all right, so these images have like, you know, descriptions or whatever. So that one says Son Gohan joins SS3 Figuarts in a Z Fighters edition with the latest movable structure. Okay, this one, yeah, spiky hair. Okay, this one smiling. Let me like zoom in. Actually, it might be difficult to see the words or whatever. Okay, so new structures in his chest, shoulders, waist, knees, and other places. Okay, I don't know why they're so obsessed with this movable shoulder nonsense. Japan patent pending. Are you still trying to get a patent? I can't. Your patent is still pending for this thing. Didn't you release like Games Begin Goku like last year or something, dude? Like, why is your patent still pending? And why are they trying to patent this? Like, they don't usually talk about, you know, patents pending or whatever. Like, they think this is like the greatest thing ever. They're like, oh, we gotta patent this. Like, dude, it's just like, okay, relax, you know, relax. Then we've got this right here. Okay, you got this, same thing, I guess. Yeah, same, yeah. And then now this is the interesting part. Oh, not this yet. Yeah, you got that. And then you have this. Okay, so it says here, this first limited edition of SH Figuarts Son Gohan Z Fighters comes with the Z Fighters Group Base Version A. The base will not be included in re-release versions. The picture is a silhouette of the design under development. And then this says, combine this with the Z Fighters Group Base Version B and Z Fighters Group Base Version C that will be included with future products to complete a large Z Fighters Group Base! Exclamation mark, Group Base! Group Base B and C are also set contents. The picture is a silhouette of the design under development. Okay, so it includes this base thing. So it is not as much of a scam as I originally thought. I thought you were just getting this stuff right here for $70, dude. I was like, you can't be serious. But apparently it includes this base thing right here, okay? Now, this is ridiculous because Bandai has now reached such a low point that they are having you pre-order silhouettes, okay? You're not pre-ordering figures anymore. You're not pre-ordering accessories anymore. You're now pre-ordering silhouettes, dude. Why would you put this up for pre-order when it's still a flipping silhouette? Why would you not make a prototype or whatever first and then release the pre-orders? Why would you want people to pre-order a silhouette? I don't understand who's running Bandai's like marketing team, the pricing department, dude. Like, all these people need to be either need to all just like completely revamp their whole business process, or they should be replaced. Just replace them all right now. Replace them all right now. We need a new marketing team, a new design team. We need new artists to make the figures not look like generic garbage. And we need a new whatever base design, whatever. Marketing, pricing, all that stuff, okay? I don't understand this. And it's not like it's cheap. If this was like, you know, I don't know, $50 max. But even then, that's still too much. But you get my point. Bandai wants you to give them $70, right? $70. When you have no idea what this thing is going to look like. No idea. It's literally a silhouette. Why would you do this? They want you to give them $70 to pre-order a silhouette. And I mean, thankfully, of course, this is up on Amazon. I've seen it in other places and stuff like that, where theoretically, if they deliver this thing to you and it looks like preschool art class garbage and you're like, this is trash, I'm not paying $70 for this, you can get your money back, send it back, return it, whatever, I would assume, okay? But it says 30-day refund or replacement, okay? So if you get this thing, if you pre-order this thing from them and you get some preschool art class looking nonsense and you're like, this is not worth $70, get this trash out of my house, send it back to Amazon, get your money back. If it was premium scam dye, that would be absolutely, utterly disgusting because their return policy is horrible, okay? So I don't know what this is going to look like. I don't really care about this kind of stuff. I don't care about, you know, dioramas and, you know, that display base or whatever. I don't care about that stuff. I just care about the actual figure. So it does say here, the base will not be included in re-release versions, okay? And I don't care about this base. So as far as I'm concerned personally, I'll probably wait to see what the re-release versions will be. Like, will they release, you know, a $38 version of this without the base in the future? If that's the case, I might be interested in that. Okay? But $70 when I don't care about this base, I don't care about this silhouette, I don't care what it ends up looking like. I don't care if it ends up looking like, you know, just amazing art. I don't care. I don't care about this stuff. I just want the figure. Okay? I don't care about this base nonsense. I really just don't. Some people like that stuff. They like to display the figures on a base or diorama, whatever. Okay, if you do, that's you. I don't care about it. I don't care about spending $70 just to get this. I just don't care about it, okay? So we're going to do another scamculation number 2. And we're going to see whether, basically, what is this worth? This right here, just the Gohan stuff. And once we get the price of this, if we subtract that from $70, is this base going to be worth the difference? Okay, that's the question. All right. So let's get started on this. For Gohan, we're going to use Ryu as, well, I mean, Gohan's smaller than Ryu. So let's say, so Sagat is $34.99, Ryu's $29.99, right? That is what, a $5 difference, right? I believe so. Let me get the scamculator. I believe that's a $5 difference, because I mean, this is basically 30, this is 35. Yes, it has to be. All right, but still, I'm paranoid. $34.99 minus $29.99. $5 difference. Okay, so Sagat is $5 more than Ryu. So let's say a smaller character like Gohan, let's say he's $5 less than Ryu. Okay, so $29.99. $29.99 minus 5, $24.99. Okay, let's say Gohan's base price is $24.99, including the equivalent stuff to what Ryu has right here. Okay, so let's put that now. Gohan base price $24.99. Okay, $24.99. Now Ryu has 2 head sculpts, an effect piece, a stand. Oh, an effect piece, a stand for the effect piece, a stand for the figure, and 4 hands. All right, so let's see Gohan here. Gohan has one. Let's say he has, let's say 2 head sculpts, because we have this here, we have this, and then we have 3 face sculpts. Let's combine these or something, right, to be like another head sculpt. So that's one head sculpt here, 1 head sculpt here, 2 extra face sculpts. Okay, Gohan has 2 extra face sculpts. 2 extra face sculpts. Okay, and then Ryu has what, 4 hands, right? Ryu has 4 hands. Okay, and Gohan has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hands. So Gohan has 4 extra hands. Okay, let me double check. Ryu, 4 hands. Gohan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hands. So 4 extra hands. So 2 extra face sculpts. According to my notes here, it is what, $2 per face sculpt, right? Yeah, $2 per face sculpt. Okay, so 2 by $2. 2 by $2 equals $4. Oh, but he's also missing stuff. That's true. 4 extra hands. It's $1 per hand. His hands are small hands. It's not like Recoome hands. $1 per hand. Okay. 4 extra hands. So that's $4. All right. 4 by $1. That is $4. Okay. $4. Now he's missing. He has no effect piece. No effect piece. No stand for the effect piece. No stand for the figure. Okay. And is he missing anything else? No effect piece, no stand for the effect piece, no stand for the figure. Just those 3 things. All right. And according to my notes here, I have, how much is a effect piece worth? I think it's like $5 to $20 is what I had as the range. Yeah, so let's say no effect piece minus $5. Okay. Minus $5. No stand for the effect piece. How much is a stand? $2. Okay. No stand for the effect piece minus $2. Okay. Equals minus $2. No stand for the figure also equals minus $2. Okay. Minus $2. Okay. So let's now do the math. $24.99. $24.99 plus $4 for the 2 extra face sculpts. Yeah, plus $4. And then plus $4 for the 4 extra hands. Okay, plus $4 again. And then he has no effect piece. So we're currently at, let's see, we're currently, so $24.99 plus 4 plus 4. We're currently at $32.99. Now, minus $5, no effect piece. Okay, minus $5, $27.99. Minus $2, no stand for the effect piece. Minus $2. And then minus $2, no stand for the figure. Let's see, minus $2, $23.99. Okay, so this Gohan figure is worth $23.99. $23.99. Okay, me just take a note here, my scamculator, well, scam notes here. $23.99 is what this Gohan, this is worth $23.99, okay? So if we subtract that from $70, let's get this now, 70 minus $23.99, $46.01. So is this silhouette, is this stand gonna be worth $46.01? I doubt it. I doubt it. But we'll have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see. Okay. All right. Now I want to go over some premium Bandai exclusives that I would like to see get affordable bootlegs. Okay. First of all, and specifically by DB Toys, not by WP Model, DF possibly. They'll probably be a pretty decent option, but not WP Model. WP Model charges ridiculous prices. I'm like, no, not them. Because I mean, dude, it's like, if you buy a figure from them, you know, $75, $78, whatever, you may as well have bought this, right? So what's the point? So specifically by DB Toys, preferably, possibly DF, they do give pretty good value, I think, for like their clones or whatever. Okay, so Bardock, first of all, this figure right here should not be $75. I mentioned this in the video I made a while ago about calculating the price of SH Figuarts and stuff. This, you know, should not be this price. Actually, let me find the price I did calculate for this in the scamculation, the original scamculation process. Where is that? Okay, I have it here. Let me see. So yeah, so for Bardock, his price ended up being $38. Okay, so according to my scamculation, this should be like $38. Okay, not $75. I personally would like to see DB Toys make a clone of this, and if they do, please add some shading to this thing. Like, look how plain this is. Ridiculous. $75 is plain garbage. Add some shading to this thing, and also make the wounds a bright red. Okay, a bright red, not this dark maroon, purplish, brownish nonsense. Okay, a vibrant red to look like the actual special, the actual, you know, movie or whatever you want to call it. Okay, because I mean, a TV special is basically just a movie on TV. Okay, so this thing right here, this, I want to see a nice, a good clone of this, decent price. Shading, please add some shading to this thing. It's too plain. $75, ridiculous nonsense. Moving on, and I mean, honestly, like, personally, I would personally like to make like an action figure version of a lot of the stuff from the Bardock special. I guess mainly like him, you know, standing up to Frieza or whatever, and then Frieza destroys the planet and stuff, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, so you got that. And let's see here. So Zarbon and Dodoria. Now these two, they of course would be useful for the Bardock special, but also for Dragon Ball Super Broly, when the Saiyans met Frieza, they were present. Okay, so I would like to have them for that reason. But 165, basically like what, $82 or something. Let me see. 165 divided by 2. Yeah, like $82.50 per figure. Get out of here with that nonsense. I'd like to see affordable versions of these. Tired of Bandai just scamming people constantly. So yeah, affordable versions of these. I mean, adding some shading will be really good as well. Add some shading to these, give them a bit more artistic life and stuff, you know. So I'd like to see DB Toys make some, you know, affordable versions of Zarbon and Dodoria. Metal Cooler, this thing 120, absolute insanity. According to my scamculation, let's see. Oh, for Zarbon and Dodoria, I did the scamculations for them. Zarbon was $35. That's the price it really should be, like around that price. And Dodoria worked out to be $50. Okay, so quite a bit of scammery going on there. For Metal Cooler, his price worked out to be $34. Okay, so an extremely outrageous scam. I would like to see DB Toys make an affordable clone of this. But one change I would like to see, and look, they could theoretically do two versions of this, where one version has this, like, you know, the chrome kind of reflective mirror thing going on. but I'd like to see at least a version where it has a matte finish and has more of that like greenish color scheme from the movie itself. I'd like to see a metal cooler that looks like that and is not so shiny, because this like shiny reflective mirror thing makes it very difficult to green screen this or use chroma key, because he's going to be reflecting the color like crazy. And you know, so I think the only effective way to like chroma key this would be to have the green screen or the blue screen or whatever like really far away in the background, so it doesn't really reflect on him that much. But apart from that, this is just a nightmare to like, you know, chroma key or whatever. So I think I'd like to see an affordable version of this, but with a matte finish, not this chroma key nonsense. Okay. Cooler final form, the 40th anniversary issue edition. I do like how this figure looks. Once again, as usual, does not have good shading. Like, this is all plain. All these divots and stuff, you see all this stuff right here, all these lines, they should be colored in black. They should be colored in black to highlight that detail. Bandai is just lazy. So I would like to see DB Toys make an affordable version of this cooler here. And I mean, it has decent shading on the body, I guess, decent-ish, you know, not like none whatsoever, but still not really enough. But I'd like to at least see them like color these parts in black or something, you know, to make it like really stand out. And that could also, you know, work out in the benefit of people who like, say in the future, like they want to buy official figures and they're not sure if it's a bootleg or whatever. If the DB Toys version has like these colored in black, then you could easily distinguish it. You could easily distinguish it from the official figure. Be like, oh, the official one doesn't have that detail, but the DB Toys one has the black lines filled in or whatever. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So I'd like to see an affordable version of this. Super Android 13 or Super Scamdroid 13, $90. I mean, this was what, $90 as well. Scam. This, another scam, $90. I'd like to see an affordable version of this. And look how plain this is, dude. Look at that. No shading. Is there any shading on the body, dude? I don't know. It just looks so plain, like a Kmart exclusive, Toys R Us exclusive, ridiculous for $90. No shading or detail going on. Very little, if any. You know, it's ridiculous. So I'd like to see an affordable version of this. And honestly, I mean, you know, for the benefit of those who care about base form Android 13, hopefully someone makes, you know, a base form version of him, is like human looking form or whatever, you know, before he transformed, you know. So there's that. $90, insane. Dr. Gero or Android 20. This one, I would like to see an affordable version of this. There is no justification whatsoever as to why Dr. Gero should be $70 flipping dollars. Okay, I want to see an affordable version of this. Android 19, same thing. Why is this garbage $70 flipping dollars? I want to see an affordable bootleg of this by DB Toys. Okay. Mecha Frieza. Now, there was a bootleg of this made, like, I think probably in late 2024 is when it was released. I didn't get it, but I would like to see, because DB Toys, I mean, like, as far as I know, the bootleg Mecha Frieza that might still be available right now, it's kind of like the quality is like all over the place, where like some versions or some copies might have pretty good quality control and then others do not. If DB Toys quality is consistently good or whatever, or decent or whatever, I'd like to see them make an affordable version of this Mecha Frieza. There is no justification whatsoever as to why this should be $85 flipping dollars, dude. And this is a small little figure, dude. Tiny little figure. $85 flipping dollars. Garbage scam. Yamcha, Earth's Foremost Fighter. This is the last one. $65. Ridiculous price tag. This is basically just Goku with a Yamcha head sculpt. The Goku that looks like this is $35 or $38 or whatever. Why is Yamcha $65 flipping dollars? I am sick and tired of Bandai. I want to see an affordable version of this Yamcha right here. Of course, it would match Dr. Gero based on their encounter and all that kind of stuff, okay? So there's that. So those are some premium Scam Die exclusives that I would like to see get affordable bootlegs. All right, now let's move on to Amazon. All right, Son Goku Daima, $31.99, shipped and sold by Amazon.com right here. Barnes & Noble also has him, $38 in stock right now. The Kid Goku, the Mini Goku, I just see third-party sellers here. I don't see Amazon.com selling this directly. Daima Vegeta, the adult version, is gone again. So I think it said, what, 14 left in stock last time. So I guess those 14 have sold. They're gone. If it does, you know, restock or whatever at some point and I see it, I'll let you all know, of course. Let's see, Barnes & Noble, and I prepared these tabs, dude. I prepared these tabs. I already have this stuff scrolled down here, and yet when I get to this tab again, I have to scroll down again, okay? Vegeta Daima, $38 in stock, shipped and sold by Barnes & Noble. Free shipping on orders, free standard shipping on orders over $60, but that actually is 60 or more, okay? If you look right here, orders 60 or more, so they really need to, they should fix the wording of that right there. The Mini Vegeta, Amazon still has stock of this. I have a coupon off for $20.43, which I think is probably a very good price for this, okay, if you want that. The Piccolo Daima, $65.93, shipped and sold by Amazon.com. Quite a bit of a discount, I guess, you know, compared to the $75. So if you want that, right now is certainly a better time to get it than when it was, say, for $75. This figure should probably be, I think, did I do a scamculation for this? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna guess that this figure should probably be about $50 max, as far as like an actual fair price for this. Anyways, let's see. So Barnes & Noble out of stock. Okay, they don't have it anymore. The Mini Piccolo here, $33.04, shipped and sold by Amazon.com. Well, I have a coupon offer for $33.04. It says $47.20 there, but I do have a coupon offer right here, $33.04, which I think is a very good price for this. I think when I did the scamculation for this, it worked out to like $34 or $38 or something like that. So that's a pretty solid price right there. Glorio, $84.55, shipped and sold by Amazon.com. Lowest price in 30 days. This needs to drop to like 40, something like that. Okay, so I would advise waiting to see like how that continues to drop. Okay, that has to continue to drop. And notice that right here, like, let's see, other figures say stuff like, you know, 100 plus bought in the past month. I think Frieza had 1,000 plus. Notice that Glorio has nothing there. Like it's possible that no one has bought this in the past month, dude. And why would you be surprised? Why would anyone be surprised that no one is buying this garbage for $84.55, let alone $95? Like, is Bandai insane, dude? Like, who is on their pricing department team? Who's dealing with the marketing for this stuff, dude? Who's deciding this stuff? Who looked at this and was like, yeah, $95 is a good price for this? Ridiculous. I do not recommend buying this garbage until it reaches, like, let's say $40, dude. Like, this needs a Black Friday sale. Let's see, Shenron, $120, shipped and sold by Amazon, reissue available right now. Proud Namekian Piccolo. I don't see Amazon selling this directly anymore, so I guess they've sold out of their pre-orders. Oh no, oh wait, here it is. Oh yeah, right here, Amazon.com, $105.25, ridiculous price. Don't know why Piccolo's so expensive. I do not understand that. $98 for this Frieza First Form and Frieza Pod reissue. It will be released on November 14th, 2026. Ridiculous price, of course, as well. I think this was like $75 before. Now it's $98. Why? I don't know. Frieza Fourth Form, The Universe's Bottomless Power, $37.99, being released on December 25th, 2026. Now tell me, why is this $37.99 and this is $98, right? Why is this $37.99 and this is, where is it? Where's Piccolo? This is $105. Why? Why can't Bandai just make SH Figuarts in general this price range? Why do they do this garbage, dude? It is sickening. $37.99. Moving on now. Let's see. Goku Legendary Super Saiyan 7473 in stock, shipped and sold by Amazon.com. Best Buy also has it right here, $74.99, or 4 payments starting at $18.75 with a zip. If you want to learn more, you can learn more. This new Gohan Z Fighters that we covered earlier, $70, being released on February 19th, 2027. I do have to add this to JPFans.com. Let's see. Trunks, the Boy from the Future reissue, $78.45. I mean, this might or might not be on dbfigs.com already by the time you see this video, but at the time of recording this, I have to add it. Okay. Anyways, moving on now. Boy from the Future Trunks reissue, $78.45, shipped and sold by Amazon.com, available right now. The Latent Power Trunks reissue right here, $38, being released on October 23rd, 2026. Barnes & Noble has it in stock right now. This stuff is ridiculous. Barnes & Noble has it in stock right now for $35. These websites, man, are so like... the way they function is just so like contrary to, I guess, a pleasant experience, dude. It's ridiculous. I don't know why people design stuff like this. Like, why when I scroll up, does this whole thing have to drop down, like, block my view, dude? Like, I don't get who designs these things. Like, they don't think about, you know, functionality in that way. I don't understand this. Anyways, Latent Power Trunks, $35 in stock, Barnes & Noble. Amazon.com right here, shipped and sold by them, $35.99 in stock as well. So they have an in-stock listing and a pre-order listing for a reissue, okay? Earth's Strongest Man Krillin reissue, $65, being released on August 14th, 2026, shipped and sold by Amazon.com. I have this figure. I do think, apart from the lack of shading and detail, this is a very, like, aesthetically well-made Krillin figure. It looks like Krillin, looks like the anime. Like, I actually do like this figure quite a bit. The price is quite up there, though. This used to be like $55, I think. Now it's $65. I mean, like, if you really need a Krillin, then it's a good figure, I think. But I assume this will go on sale at some point, although it might have a lot less numbers than, like, say, a Legendary Super Saiyan Goku. So you do, I guess, run the risk of it just selling out. I don't know. It's up to you if you want this, all right? Games Begin Goku, shipped and sold by Amazon.com, $38. Barnes & Noble has him as well right here, $38 in stock. The Gohan Who Surpassed Goku or whatever, I only see third-party sellers for that. Barnes & Noble, still out of stock. Dangerous Pride Vegeta, $37.97, shipped and sold by Amazon.com, being released on June 29th, 2026. I will likely be getting this, but the only reason I care about this is if Recustom does actually release those manga accurate head sculpts, okay? If Recustom releases those, I would like to use those on this figure. If Recustom does not release those, then I don't really care about this figure. So Recustom, you better release those head sculpts, okay? Like, because I want them. For a decent price, of course, not like $90 for like 3 expressions or some nonsense. Anyways, the Barnes & Noble also, though, I found this out today. Barnes & Noble also has Dangerous Pride Vegeta up for pre-order, okay? So you can pre-order it there. I've never actually seen, like, through the whole YouTube affiliate thing or whatever, I don't think I've ever seen a pre-order SH Figuarts, like, available to, like, tag in the video or whatever. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, it says it will be released on July 15th, 2026. So that is actually after Amazon. Amazon says June 29th, 2026. This one says July 15th. So up to you there. For this Vegeta here, I don't see Amazon selling it directly, just third-party sellers. But Barnes & Noble does still have it in stock, $35 right now. Kind-Hearted Saiyan Goku, I think this recently released in, like, Japan and China. Will be released on July 30th, 2026. I don't really have any plan to get this. I hate the ugly hips and stuff, just ridiculous to me. I don't really like how that looks. So if it had a decent hip design, then I would probably really, you know, want this figure, because I do think although the head sculpts, the face sculpts, they're not as great as they should be. I think apart from the like Kong had those like base form Goku face sculpts recently. I think most of those looked really spot on and really like good and stuff like that. But I think apart from those, as far as a post like Saiyan Saga Goku figure or Goku face sculpts, I think these are probably the best ones apart from the Kong stuff. Lowest Born Saiyan is of course better than these as far as the Saiyan Saga art style. These do look pretty good-ish for like Cell Saga, Buu Saga, but they're kind of shiny. I think I saw a review recently, they're kind of shiny looking, I think, and like they're not like incredible amazing, but they're a lot better than what we usually see from Bandai, and I think they're better than like most other base form Goku head sculpts out there. Tonson, the bicycle Goku or whatever, those are kind of good-ish, but they're not like perfect to me, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, I've considered getting this just for the head sculpts or just for the face sculpts, but I'm not sure if I want to do that, because then I'd have to get some kind of conversion peg or something probably, or whatever, and like it's just a whole mess. So I don't know, because I don't like the body. So let's see here. Saiyan Raised on Earth, shipped and sold by Amazon.com, 3401. This one right here, Barnes & Noble has the same figure, $38 in stock. Cell First Form, shipped and sold by Amazon.com, $78.45. Cell First Form right here as well, $80, Barnes & Noble in stock. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, shipped and sold by Amazon.com, $61.99. GameStop has the same figure here, $61.99, $58.89 for pros, and it says zip or pay in installments as low as $15.72. Okay, free shipping on orders 79 plus, exclusions apply, 2 to 3 business days. Super Buu reissue being released on January 22nd, 2027, $74.99. Unwavering Saiyan Pride Vegeta, $38, shipped and sold by Amazon.com, in stock right now. Barnes & Noble has the figure here as well, $38 in stock also. The Goku Black Rose reissue, $39.99 GameStop, or $37.99 for pros. Zip or pay in installments as low as $10.50. Okay, same free shipping on orders 79 plus and all that stuff. For Broly right here, $94.99, shipped and sold by Amazon.com, available right now. I do have this figure. I reviewed it like, I think it was the first Saturday of May or something like that. Let's see here. GameStop, $99.99, $94.99 for pros, and zip or pay in installments as low as $24.75. Okay. This Red Goku here, being released on September 15th, 2026, $37.97. The 2.0 Red Goku right here at Best Buy, $31.99. It says $5.49 shipping right there, but it does say sign in or create an account for free shipping. So I guess if you sign in, you might get free shipping, right? And then Blue Goku here, $37.97, being released on October 14th, 2026. And I don't have any plans to get either of these, either this one or this one. As I've said, the current like hip flap era is saving me a lot of money, because I really just hate how these figures' hips look. And then this one as well, it has, dude, 2 expressions. 2 of the 4 expressions are looking to the side, so that's just like a complete L. I don't really care about those expressions. I mean, why do I want all this looking to the side nonsense? And I think the blue one has the same garbage going on. Let me see. Yeah, look at this stupidness here. Look at this nonsense here. Dude, it has 4 expressions, right? 4 expressions. And 2 of them are looking to the flipping side. Stop doing this nonsense, Bandai. Why are you so obsessed with this looking to the side garbage? Look at this. Yelling, looking to the side. Teeth gritted, looking to the side. Stop! Oh my goodness, dude. They're just ruining these figures. They're ruining them with the ugly hips, and they're ruining them with this looking to the side foolishness. Then we have this blue Goku here, $38 in stock from Barnes & Noble. Piccolo Superhero Reissue being released on October 23rd, 2026, $37.99. GT Kid Goku is actually on a decent sale price. A decent sale price. $39.86, 26% off. 30-day low price, it says. I mean, that might be a pretty good price for this, possibly, since it has the Kamehameha effect piece or whatever. I mean, it is a really small figure, though. It's one of the best prices I've probably ever seen for this, I think. So $39.86 if you want that. And then $54 here from Barnes & Noble in stock right now. Let's now move on to what is usually the main event of these recaps, the third-party stuff. All right, so first we have Black Hole Toys. Treasure Toys posted this saying that the blue and black, it says BHT Majin Vegeta blue and black damaged version already arrived. All orders are shipped within 24 hours. And I think I saw a comment of someone asking like if all the versions are in stock now, and they said yes. So if you want these, any of these, link in the description and on dbfigs.com. Now I will say, like, I love how the blue version looks with the matte pale hair, dude. Like, man, because I have both of the blue versions, but they had this hair right here, and I hate Treasure Toys for this, because I know, well, it's like, dude, it's like I feel like they're showing you the different versions with the different hair as a way to make you want to get all four, because that just looks so cool. The blue one with the pale hair, man, I'm like, dang it, because, you know, Black Hole, like, they made the darker versions have the pale hair, and the blue ones have the, you know, pearlescent hair or whatever, which I have. Oh my goodness, man. It's like, I don't want to buy 4 Vegetas, dude. I mean, I guess if I bought, well, yeah, I need to buy 2 more, because I think, although no, wait a minute. I think I saw someone said that the face sculpt's eyebrows are the same color for all of them. So if I were to just get one of these, get one of the dark ones with the pale hair, then I would have, like, I would be able to use pale hair with the face sculpts that I already have. But I don't know, dude. I'd be getting 3 Majin Vegetas, dude. I already have 2 Majin Vegetas. If the blue ones had the pale hair, man, that'd be so awesome. Because I prefer this look. I don't really like the dark one that much. But, oh, man. Anyways, if you want these, you know where to go, okay? You know where you can find that. Treasure Toys also posted this, saying ship now. This is, I think, is this the blue battle damaged one? I don't, yeah, well, it says version B. I'm not sure which one that is. The image here is battle damaged, but the figure doesn't look battle damaged. Or it might be, I'm not sure. Actually, it might be, yeah, because it has the kind of ripped look there. Okay. But yeah, I think this is the battle damaged one. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right. DB Toys. Now, DB Toys, I definitely appreciate what DB Toys is doing. I made, I think, 2 posts about this a while ago recently. DB Toys is basically doing what WP Model should be doing, okay? WP Model should not be charging these ridiculous, horrible prices, $80, $78, whatever garbage for the Burter and Recoome and stuff, dude. They should be charging stuff like this, $38.57, $40, whatever, $50 max, I guess, if they're larger figures, whatever, free shipping, to give people an affordable alternative to Bandai's scammery, okay? So I appreciate what DB Toys is doing. I'd like to see more studios like this who are not just greedy bastards, okay? We know Treasure Toys, of course, they're a seller. They're not like a third-party studio. But we know Treasure Toys, they scalp the figures and stuff, raising the prices. Kang does the same thing. I'm not aware of any AliExpress sellers that don't do that. I've even heard of Hobby Model Store raising prices on things, or raising a price on an item because it's more popular or whatever, potentially, you know. So, like, as I've said, the Dragon Ball figure world is basically completely inundated with pride, greed, not pride, probably that too, but pride, greed, scalping, price manipulation. It's just like, it's just horrible, dude. Like, the state of Dragon Ball figures is truly abysmal, because if you want affordable Dragon Ball figures, then you'd have to buy Dragon Stars, which look most of the time like garbage, or Dragon Ball Evolve, which also look like garbage. And if you want something that looks a bit better, you'd have to buy S8 Figuarts, which obviously look better than like Dragon Stars, but they still don't look great and incredible to justify these ridiculous prices. So it's either you get mediocre figures for low prices, or you get slightly less mediocre figures for insane prices, or you get third-party figures that oftentimes are overpriced as well. And if you don't pre-order the third-party thing or whatever, right? If you don't pre-order it and get it for like whatever low price or regular price, expect the price to go up to some insane number like a month later or 2 months later, or even as soon as it's released and no longer a pre-order. I don't know. So I do appreciate seeing things that are contrary to greed, okay? So DB Toys, I do appreciate what they're doing. And as I mentioned earlier, there are many premium Bandai exclusives that I would like to see DB Toys make affordable versions of. Like, imagine getting that Bardock figure for like $38, you know, a Zarbon for $38, Dodoria, the Dr. Gero, Android 19, Cooler Final Form, Metal Cooler, whatever, for decent prices, okay? I'm sick and tired of Bandai, okay? And of course, just scalping in general. And thankfully, you know, based on what I've seen in recent times, I hope and I think that more and more people are starting to speak out about just the rampant greed and filth and garbage that just permeates the Dragon Ball figure world. Just complete scalping garbage. Enough of this nonsense. I'm tired of that. Tired of just seeing nothing but just price manipulation, charging ridiculous, disgusting prices and stuff. I'm tired of that nonsense. So I appreciate DB Toys. And if you do as well, then I encourage you to buy their full power Frieza figure to hopefully encourage them to continue providing good prices for like figures that are just completely overpriced and scalped and stuff like that. Okay. I don't personally need this Frieza because I do have the official one. I got that like probably 2 years ago or something like that. Okay, so I do have the official one already. If I didn't have the official one, I'd probably be getting this because I will need Frieza for Dragon Ball Thunder like later when he's like fighting Goku full power and all that stuff, you know. Anyways, so moving on. Yeah, this is Treasure Toys. Okay, cool. Let's see here. So this is just a post saying the Frieza is in stock now, 12 to 24 hours shipping, and talking about different stores you can get it from. As you guys know, I only share links to stores that I've used myself. So I've never used Haro Toy Store or Solix Wholesale Toy Store. I've only used Treasure Toys and Kang after tariffs started, okay? There probably are other stores, or at least one other store that I used before the whole tariff thing started. But after tariffs started, Treasure Toys and Kang. So I only share links to those right now. If I do use some other store in the future and it goes well or whatever, then potentially I'll add them to the list of stores that I share links to. And of course, there is the case of, you know, if for example, like let's say you don't want to support or financially, you know, put money in the pocket of a scalping store, let's say Treasure Toys or Kang or whatever store. The problem is I'm not even aware of any AliExpress stores. And as I said, even Hobby Model Store I've heard of raising prices, right? Raising a price on a figure or item or whatever. I'm not aware of any Dragon Ball figure sellers, like third-party stuff, that don't scalp. Like, who are they? Do they exist? Okay? So, as far as I know, dude, if you want third-party Dragon Ball figures, you have to buy them from scalpers. Like, there's just no alternative, okay? If some non-scalping store does exist somewhere, right? If they do exist and they have some sort of affiliate program or whatever, then potentially, you know, I would be interested in, you know, sharing links to them, promoting them or whatever, because I would like to promote a store that isn't scalping, but I'm not aware of any store that isn't scalping. You see the problem here, right? So if, as I mentioned this in a comment on Reddit recently, if you, right, if you're like, let's say you're committed to not buying stuff from a scalping store, then you basically have to just stop buying Dragon Ball figures. Like, that's basically what you have to do, okay? As far as third-party stuff, you'd basically have to stop buying third-party Dragon Ball figures at all, right? Because I'm not aware of any non-scalping stores. And as far as official figures go, if you don't want to like financially support a greedy company, you just have to stop buying Dragon Ball figures altogether, because Bandai is a greedy company, a horrible greedy company. We know this, okay? So if you don't want to support a greedy company, or, you know, financially, you know, put money in their pockets or put money in the pockets of scalpers, if you don't want to do either of those things and you're like very committed to that, as far as I'm aware, you'd basically just have to stop buying Dragon Ball figures, period. Okay? That's the alternative. Either you put money in the pockets of scalpers and a greedy company like Bandai, or you just don't get Dragon Ball figures at all. It's really that simple. I'm not aware of any non-scalping store, or of course, as far as official figures go, Bandai is the only company making official articulated Dragon Ball figures right now. There's no Jack Specific, there's no Irwin Toy, there's no Jada Toys, there's no there's no Storm Arena, you know, nothing, okay? If in the future we do get something like that, some other company making official articulated Dragon Ball figures for a good price, I'd be very happy to see that. Very, very happy to see that. And I'd be very interested in kind of like focusing my channel and stuff more strongly on them rather than Bandai, as a way to like help them grow and basically work against Bandai's just greedy garbage business model. But right now, if you want Dragon Ball figures, if you want official ones, you got to go through greedy Bandai. If you want third-party Dragon Ball figures, you got to go through scalpers like Treasure Toys, scalpers like Kang, scalpers like whoever else on AliExpress and all that stuff. It's that simple. It's just that simple, okay? So moving on now, you got this image here. Let's see, how does this look? Yeah, I mean, I think the figure looks almost identical to the actual full power Frieza figure. It's very, very similar. There are some slight differences, I think, but it's really, really similar, okay? Very, very similar. Like, I don't see any reason to get the official figure anymore if you were planning to get it or whatever, like spending 100 plus or whatever nonsense. Like, I think it would just make more sense financially to just get this, okay? So you got that right there. Looks very similar to the official figure. Like, I mean, honestly, dude, you probably couldn't, if you were to hold them up and ask me like which one is official, which one is the DB Toys, I probably could not really tell you like just like that, dude. You know, so it's pretty solid. Got this. Although I think the Goku expression here does look pretty different. I think they put most of their effort into the Frieza figure, but this did not look that great, the Goku expression here. And I think I have images. I think there's an image of that later. We'll see that later. And then you have this right here. Okay. Looks pretty solid, man. Looks pretty solid. It looks like the real figure to me, you know. Of course, just like the real figure, not much shading, but the real figure doesn't have much shading either. I wish it had more shading, but you know, it simply does not. Got that right there. Looking cool. I think in some images it looks shinier. Like this image looks a bit shiny-ish, but then this image right here looks like more matte. So I don't know. But this looks good, man. I think this looks pretty cool. It looks like the figure, you know. So there's that. You got this. I will say, like, I noticed, like, I think his hips are really, like, sticking out quite a bit there. Not sure what that's... I don't think I noticed that on the official figure before. But I might have to double check. You got that, got that. You got this right here, okay. And this, cool. Now for DF, just one thing for them. Treasure Toys has the DF Broly figures available again, at least when last I checked. These had disappeared. As far as I'm aware, they weren't like there anymore, but now they're back for some reason. And the prices are not even like, you know, scalping prices. It's $64.58 free shipping. And I had an offer here for $7 off. So I do think that if you want a Broly figure that looks the most accurate and the most artistically accurate to the character, then getting like a DF Broly figure and one of the like TK custom head sculpt sets, I think that is like the best looking Broly. Because like ZT, like the face sculpts aren't like garbage, but they're not as good as TK. They're not like spot on awesome stuff. Like they're not spot on awesome stuff. And Kong is like just generic stuff. Kong is like, you know, and Kong is like, no. ZT is like, you know. Kong is like, nah. And then TK is like, yeah. Apart from the fact that they don't have any matte option, and the yellow hair kind of blends into the skin tone, which I don't really like that much. I wish the yellow hair contrasted a bit more from the skin tone, okay? Moving on, Dimensionia, right? So their Goku Black is, I guess, about to release soon. Treasure Toys posted this here. It says Treasure Toys and 5 others. So what do you think of this? It says this item is about to be shipped out. Friends who have placed orders, please wait patiently for delivery. So yeah, I think honestly, like, I think to me, this is probably the best looking Goku Black figure to date. I think I prefer this to the Vitoforge. Obviously, SH Figuarts is super generic, so that's not even like a discussion to have. So yeah, man, I mean, it's like, I think this is probably the best Goku Black, man. I think if I wanted a Goku Black figure right now, I'd be pretty content, I think, getting this or getting one of these, you know. You got this right here with the scythe and stuff. Okay, the hair looks pretty cool there, has that gradient going on, right? Then you've got this right here. Yeah, I think, man, I think this is like, I pretty much like how this figure looks, I'll say, you know. You got this, right? Cool. The Super Saiyan hair looks pretty cool to me. I guess because it's like, I don't know, it really contrasts with the attire and stuff, you know. You got that. You got this right here. Okay, cool. Like the face sculpts aren't like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like they don't strike me as just like absolutely perfect, but for some reason I kind of like them. Like, you know, like, I don't know. I think I overall like how this figure looks. So you got this right here, base form. Yeah, man, I think this is, I think I prefer this to Vitoforge. You know, even the body and everything. Like, I think this is just overall a more solid Goku Black. Very interesting. It's like his features, like something about his features looks slightly off. Like I think his eyes might be too big or something. Like something about him to me looks kind of chipmunk-esque. You know, like there's something there. But if I did have this, I wouldn't be like, you know, super disappointed, I don't think. Like, I don't know. I kind of like how this looks. So then we've got this right here. Okay. I actually like that hair as well. The more saturated pink right there, pink color. But I think that looks cool too. I don't really care for figures that are like tinted, like this, like, you know, pink, purple colorish, whatever going on. You know, I don't really care about that kind of stuff. If I were to get a Goku Black figure, I'd want to get one that is just like a normal color scheme, because if I needed him to look like he has like a pink hue or whatever, I could just like Photoshop that or edit that in like a video editor or whatever. So I don't typically buy figures that have that kind of like tinted color to them or whatever, you know. And then we have this right here as well. Okay, cool. And then this is a look at like the boxes or whatever. Now, I mean, why do like, think about, it's so weird. Why do so many studios do this like 3-box thing And DF just does not, dude. Like, man, something about DF is just so bizarre, dude. So bizarre. They've never changed their name, not that I know of. And they don't care about the 3-box thing. They put the art of the figure on the box. Like, dude, I don't know, man. Something about DF, man. Something about DF, man. I don't know. I don't know. Of course, I've heard, you know, theories about DF secretly working with or for Bandai and stuff. I don't think it's impossible, man. I don't know. There's just something bizarre, dude. They've never changed their name. And they've been around since, like, what, 2016 or earlier or something like that, dude. Like, when I was collecting S8 Figuarts back in, like, probably 2015 when the Resurrection F movie was released. Was that 2015? Let me see. I think it was 2015. Let me just Google right now. Hold on. Resurrection F movie release date. Release date. Let me see. 2015, right? Yeah, 2015, dude. When, like, you know, Super Saiyan Blue was a new thing. And I think S8 Figuarts hadn't made the figures yet or something. And I had, like, I think I had Goku and Vegeta Blue, like Super Saiyan Blue Headsculpts made by DF. And that's back in like 2015, 2016, probably around that time. They've been around since then, dude. And never changed their name. They don't do the animal head sculpt thing. They don't do the 3-box thing. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You got this right here. So you get a bunch of stuff, man. You get a lot of stuff right there, man. You get a lot of stuff. You got, was that 6 face sculpts for each form? The body, the crossed arms, 2 types of hair sculpts right there. Got a bunch of hands, got the effect pieces, the scythe, and all that stuff, dude. So you're really getting a lot of value there, man. So you're getting a lot of stuff right there. Yeah. Got this now. Packaging. They're saying the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's just, dude, it's just some black boxes with some text. So I don't know why. I don't know why they're saying the packaging is gorgeous. But anyways, what did they say up here? Let's see. Okay, so this right here, here's the packaging for Dimensionia Black Goku. I'll do my best to ship it out this week. That's what Treasure Toys said. Okay, so yeah. Okay, now notice this comment here. I think they've since deleted this comment, but it said you can still get the pre-order price if you place an order now, and we'll adjust the price based on inventory levels once we ship. You can place your order through this, I guess it said link. So I assume what this means here, notice it says we'll adjust the price based on inventory levels. Now, what is that a professional sounding way of saying? We will start scalping based on inventory levels, okay? That's basically what this is. Let me read it. Let me read the true meaning of this. You can still get the pre-order price if you place an order now, and we'll start scalping once we ship. That's basically what it is, okay? That's basically what that is. So we know Treasure Toys are scalpers, Kang, whoever else. I'm not aware of any non-scalping stores, okay? On AliExpress, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, so let's see another one here. Yeah, so they're saying that 01C is more popular than 01B and 01A. I'm not even sure which one is A, B, or C. So, you know, whichever one you want, up to you. Apparently, if you buy all 3, you can get some translucent hair sculpts or something. I saw someone say that. Not sure if that's legit or not. I guess we'll check in the AliExpress section and see if Treasure Toys has some transparent hair bonus thing or something going on. But Kang also posted this right here saying will be shipped soon. Okay, and same thing, different image right here and this. And then Kang posted this saying shipped next Monday. Okay, so I'm guessing by Monday, expect your shipments from Kang to start being shipped to you. Okay. GX. Now, GX, it says GX Tyhoon Studios. A new turtle hero has been announced with shell release variants. Master Roshi with 2 variant colors and accessories. Okay. So, Can be bundled both to a release fully for your collection. Will be releasing late September. Let's see, changes might be made if production finishes completely faster to meet customer demand. Keep in mind, release date can be changed as GX Studios discusses with us about the production updates, okay? So now this is kind of weird because it's not weird that they're making a Master Roshi figure, but it's weird that this render right here does not look like the images that they've shown of like a prototype or something. Let me show you. Hold on, you'll see what I mean. So anyways, you have this right here. I think that his arms look pretty strange. Like this shape does not look very natural or very similar to how Master Roshi looks in the show. Like, I don't like how those arms look at all. Like, I think Master Roshi's arms are like pretty simple to design. I don't know why they have him looking like so strange. Like if his deltoids are massive and then his biceps are like shaped really strangely. So I don't know what's going on with that. Of course, they have the ugly Gains Begin hips going on. Hate to see it personally. Nonsense. Then you have this right here. So I guess this is Tournament of Power and this is like original Dragon Ball. Okay. Then you've got these right here. You got this, and this. Yeah, I mean, I like this. I think this looks pretty solid. But this looks, I saw someone say in the comments, I think that it looked pretty generic. So I can see that. Yeah, like this, for example, you know, I don't know. I feel like they're lacking that kind of like spot on character feeling. They don't feel like super spot on to Master Roshi. They do feel a bit more generic. This one is pretty easy to make. This one though is just the glasses and the, you know, mustache and all that stuff and the beard. So yeah, I think these do need some work. They're not like artistically striking in any way, you know. And I don't know what's going on over here. I don't know why they would make it so his beard and glasses. I can see the glasses. I know why the glasses would be removable, but why is his beard removable to leave this thing here? That's really weird. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see. Then you've got this with the red glasses. Okay. And this one here with the accessories and stuff. You got the staff and all that. The belt. I guess he has a Kamehameha effect piece. The hands, you know. Okay, cool. It says this is CG made from development design data. Okay. Then you've got this right here. I think this is probably, I'm not sure which is which. I think this is the Dragon Ball Super one. The purple staff. And then the original Dragon Ball is like the brown staff. Although I think this brown might be a bit too dark. Not sure. Okay, so look at this now. This image right here looks way better than this render here. Like, these don't even look like the same character model. Why does this look so bizarre? And then this looks like artistically awesome stuff, dude. Like, why? That's really weird. I honestly suspect this might be an AI image, man. Because this does not look like the render at all. Like his body, look at his arms, right? Look at his arms. Do those arms look like if they match this render, dude? No, I don't think so. I do not think so. In fact, let's try to check. Let's see if he has that vein on his chest in the actual, the other thing. Let's see. Does he have that? He does. He does have that vein there. Really weird, dude. Let me see. All right, so that has like that side thing. All right, I'm just trying to see whether this is like really this render or not. Does he have that in the side? I guess kind of, but it looks a bit different. I don't know, dude. I don't think I think that is probably an AI image, because I don't think that is this render, like just like printed or whatever. This does not look like that. This looks like the body shape. This looks really different. I don't think these are the same. I don't think these are the same. So if it ends up looking like this, then that'll look really cool for sure. but I'm not sure that it will, you know. And even the face sculpt there looks way better. That looks like spot on, awesome artistic stuff. And I mean, I don't know. Are they going to actually deliver on this? Is this what you're going to get? Because that'll look super awesome. But I'm not sure that's what they're going to do. I'm not sure. Then you've got this right here. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm trying to see, like, is this... I don't know, man. I don't know. He has a shirt here. Does the other one have a shirt? No, I don't think it does, actually. The other render does it? Oh, it does, actually. Yeah, it does. Huh. But the shirt doesn't look as raised up. Like, this one looks like it has two sets of chest, basically. Does the render look like that? Let me see. Hold on. I'm currently investigating. I mean, kinda, I guess. I don't know. I think these look way better than the renders, though. So I don't think these are legit images of like a prototype or something, man. I don't know. If they are, and the prototype does look like this, if the actual figure does look like this, then that looks pretty solid, except for the lack of shading, of course. All right, Kong. So we have a new look here at some Kong Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta stuff, and notice all the names right there, Red Bolt and all that, right? Kong Studio. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I do prefer the bulkiness of this body to Tonson for sure. Tonson's just too skinny. I also kind of like the look of this body, well, the upper body, let's say, more than DF. The fur doesn't look as shiny. DF was too shiny. But it does have those ugly hips, you know, the kind of like that hip design going on. So, yeah, and I mean, just the fact that this is Kong, I don't care about this. Kong has too many just quality control issues, pegs breaking, figures snapping and stuff. So, yeah, if you want the Kong Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I guess that is going to be released soon. And, I mean, aren't they supposed to be making like a base form Broly and stuff like that too, dude? So, I don't know what's going on with Kong, man. Because, I mean, I think Bloodfang Studio is the same as Kong. And after the Omega Shenron, I guess they're making the Android 18 figure. But it's like, why are they making that instead of making like base form Broly or something that they've said before they're going to make? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Then we've got this right here. You got this. And they have the same claws like how Tonson had, you know, kind of thing going on. Kang posted this as well right here. Okay. Right. So there's that. Let's see. So I guess the black pants are like Dragon Ball Heroes or something like that. I don't know. I don't really follow that stuff. Neokong, G1 body, G3 body. So you got that going on there. And you've got this right here as well. I've never bought a Neokong figure, and they all, dude, like basically all they make now is Vegito, I think. So I'm not really interested in just Vegito, you know. You got this right here. I guess this is G3. Okay, G3. I assume that is like Dragon Ball Heroes. I do kind of like the black color scheme though. It looks kind of cool to me, but you know, I don't really care about it that much. Notice the hands are just like floating in the air, right? This might be AI because I mean, look at how short his fingers are there. Yeah, that is probably AI, man. That's probably AI. It looks like Mickey Mouse's hand or something. It's just like these small fingers, dude. Okay, so yeah, bizarre, but all right. Got this right here, G1. So it said G1 body, G3 body. Where's G2? I don't understand. Where's G2? What is G2? Why is there just G1 and G3? Like, what is G2? Is there no G2? Or did they mean G2, G3? No, this says G1. This says G1. This says G3. But where is G2? I don't know. Red Leaf Studios. Posted by Zealous Zenkai. Yellow and black sculpt variants for those who supported the project. So, I like the yellow hair, of course, the color of that. That is something that I tend to like. The black hair, I mean, like, there's another image here. It says, has a nice shine and pearlescent finish on it. I know some enjoy matte, but I like it. Like, I would say, like, I think pearlescent hair for this version of Broly can work for, like, the Ikari form, when he's, like, you know, when they say he's, like, basically, you know, grade ape power while remaining in his base form or whatever. I think this can work for that. But for, like, true base form Broly, I would prefer matte hair. I think if they were making a matte version of this, that could work for, like, let's say the armored Broly, which is the one that I have. I don't have the superhero one. If they were making a matte hair with expressions and stuff for the base form version of Broly, then I might be interested in that. But shiny stuff, dude, I try to avoid shiny stuff when I can, or generally. So yeah, but I do think it looks actually kind of nice. Like, I do think it actually looks nice. I actually like how it looks. It looks like kind of like aesthetically beautiful. But I think like in some way, I don't like shiny hair and stuff, period. But another reason I don't really like shiny hair that much is because when you try to do green screen and stuff like that, it just makes it a bit more tedious. Like, matte hair is much easier to, it's easier to work with green screen with matte hair and stuff because it won't reflect as much stuff, you know what I mean? So that's why I tend to try to stay away from shiny hair, because it just makes green screen a lot more tedious. Matte hair is much better for that. So yeah, that's why I hate that TK with their Broly stuff, they don't have a matte version. I'm like, why would you make only shiny garbage, dude? Like, it makes green screen just like more tedious, you know? So anyways, there's that. I think it looks good, but I really try to stay away from shiny hair, really, you know? WP model. So Korean News says here, WP Speed B is releasing in end of July, basically Burter recast with accessories. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why it looks kind of janky, kind of like off there. Like, I don't know what's going on, why his legs look really messed up. I mean, this might also be AI. I'm just like, I don't know, because like, why does it look like this? Like, this part is all like sunken in like that, and this part is just like sticking out like this, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, and it just looks weird. And look at his foot. What is this? I don't know, dude. I think this is probably also AI. This is probably AI as well. Yeah. This looks weird. It's very, very strange. Very strange stuff. All right, and now Ginyu Force Butter image updated. Treasure Toys right here. Estimated shipping in July to August. The updates for WP have been pretty good this year. Who do you think will be the next character released by WP Studio? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I mean, I assume they're going to release Guldo next. Now, will they copy DF's Guldo? Will they make their own original Guldo? I think they're probably going to copy DF's Guldo. I mean, because like this whole thing has been recasting or copying, right? They copy Bandai. I assume they're going to copy DF next, right? WP Studio, they are currently on my not really very much like studio list because they charge that $80 for that horrible Recoome garbage. And this Burter is now $78, free shipping. We'll have to see if the quality is garbage or not. I don't know. We'll have to see. Of course, they had that image a while ago saying, you know, like premium build, collectible quality or whatever. So they might improve their quality. We'll have to see. But even so, DB Toys shows us that they're just vastly overcharging on this stuff anyways. You know, even if the quality is better, the price is still too high. Let's see more studios like DB Toys, okay? In fact, I would like to probably see DB Toys make their own Ginyu Force clones or something. I don't know, because the WP quality is just like but we'll have to see how Burter goes, okay? And there are two versions of this Burter. Not sure what the two versions are based on. I kind of prefer the colors for this one here, the more like saturated colors. I do kind of prefer that, but I think that this color scheme is like the SH Figuarts and will more closely match like Jason Recoome. So I don't know why they decided to make different colors for Burter, but they didn't make different colors for Jason Recoome. Because I mean, now that if you get this Burter, he's not really gonna, you know, match very well with the Jason Recoome as far as the color goes. Like Jason Recoome are more like this. So kind of strange there. Not really sure what's going on with that. And of course, Treasure Toys does have this thing up for pre-order. When I took this screenshot right here, $78.21, I had an offer as well for $12 off. Okay, so you know the price is like, if you get the $12 off, it's not like the most egregious, horrible scam I've ever seen, but still, I think too much. You know, like, yeah. So then we've got this right here. So it says this product is there's A and B, right? Two different colors. Special offers available now for reservations. Which one do you prefer? I do personally prefer the colors of the, like the more saturated colors of this one, but I don't think it will match that well with Burter and Jace, you know. So this will probably match better with them and look more similar to the SH Figuarts, you know. Now I will say, I do artistically like that they're adding this expression here. I guess this is when like he probably got elbowed in the back by Goku or something. I'm guessing that's what that is. So we'll have to see. I mean, I don't know. I like the addition of that, but I'll have to wait and see. I think this is a figure where like I'll probably wait to see a review of this, and if it turns out to be like quality control garbage again, then I'll be like, I'm just like out on WP. You know, I'm just like, I'm out on them. They'll probably fall into like the Kong pile as far as stuff that I just don't buy what they make anymore. You know, if the quality is better, then I would appreciate seeing that improvement in quality and might consider getting this if there's some sort of discount going on, like the $12 off kind of thing. But I think I have to see a review for this first. Like, I'm not going to pre-order this and then, like, you know, just risk getting some trash figure. So gonna wait for a review for that personally. Now let's move on to AliExpress, the last segment of today's recap. All right, first, now this is not a new product or anything or that kind of thing. I just want to show this to just highlight Treasure Toy scalping. This DF Goku here, the Scarlet martial artist, 16,000 power level. They have it here for $81.26, right? Now, originally, I think this was like, what, $40 or something, possibly, you know, that kind of price range. And now they have it for $81.26. So this is the kind of scalping garbage that goes on, man, you know? Hopefully, at some point, some kind of store that isn't just a bunch of scalping greedy demons can, you know, rise up and we know about them or whatever, you know. I think that when like frustration and disgust with a certain kind of business practice becomes very widespread, like how a lot of people now hopefully are becoming very, very disillusioned with, like, you know, AliExpress sellers charging ridiculous prices and stuff like that. When something like that happens, then to me it is kind of like a prime opportunity for someone to rise up who isn't doing that. You know what I mean? Like, look at Bandai, right? Bandai is so disgusting, charging these horrible prices, and so many people are becoming aware of that like, if someone like Jada Toys or Storm Arena, for example, were to get the Dragon Ball license and start making affordable Dragon Ball figures of characters that we really want, but they're just ridiculously overpriced, right now I think would be a very good time to do that, because frustration with Bandai is reaching a high level. You understand? And same thing with these guys. Treasure Toys, AliExpress sellers, whoever else is scalping and stuff. Frustration with these people is getting to a high level, and I think that this is a good opportunity, a good time for some other store to rise up and provide an alternative that is not ran by scalping demons. Okay, so as I've said before, yes, I share affiliate links to Treasure Toys and Kang, but you know, there's nothing else. I mean, there are no other stores that I know of that, you know, aren't scalping and stuff, dude. You know, who is there? Who is there? Do they exist? Do they exist? Honestly, like, can you confidently tell me of any seller of third-party Dragon Ball products that you know about who does not raise their prices on stuff? Who does not bump the price up because the figure is popular, or because, oh, this one, people tend to like this one more, so I'll raise the price on that? Like, do you know anyone like that? Do you? That's a really simple question, okay? Moving on now, Black Hole Toys, the Majin Vegetas here. So they do have these up for pre-order. I don't see any scalping going on right now, okay? These seem to be regular prices. Even this thing here seems to be a regular price. I guess the A and B might be sold out. I'm not sure. I don't know why they have the C listed here alongside these. Of course, a lot of people want these Majin Vegeta figures, or specifically probably this one, to use it as like an Ultra Ego battle damage Vegeta, right? So I guess that's why this one has the little flame thing going on. But I mean, I am surprised that even though this has the little flame going on, the price is the same as this other one here. So there's that, for whatever that's worth to you. Moving on, Kang has these up for pre-order as well, right? You got all the Majin Vegetas here. Now, once again, I think both Kang and... Oh, no, so Treasure Toys has now updated this. Okay, so it now says buy now. It doesn't say pre-order anymore, okay? It now says buy now. Treasure Toys has these available right now, okay? I personally have this one, the blue battle damaged one, and the blue regular one. I don't have either of the darker ones. I do prefer the pale hair color, but dude, I'm like, I can't buy a third Majin Vegeta, dude. You know what I mean? And then Kang still says pre-order. But I think Kang posted saying they have these in stock too, didn't they? I don't know. But at least Treasure Toys says buy now. Treasure Toys has another listing here that also says buy now. And these prices are actually a bit lower than the other one. So let's see here. Yeah, this one's a bit more expensive. So yeah, I don't know. And there's a $7 off thing going on right there. So this is probably the best listing to get these things from right now. The lowest price that Treasure Toys has, for that I can see. As for DB Toys or DB Factory, they have the Frieza here, the full power Frieza here, $39.80 free shipping. That price is, I think, a bit higher than when I first saw it. It was like 38 something, so it's gone up a bit. I don't know if it's necessarily scalping or not, or it could be like some exchange rate changes. I don't know. But there is a $3 off thing right here. Okay, so I've heard, based on what I've heard, the quality on this thing is pretty good, and people haven't really had like any major issues with it, at least as far as stuff that I've personally seen. Okay, I think there's something about the neck having a gap or something that someone was mentioning, but I'm not sure about all the details of that. You could, of course, you know, watch a review if you can find one, if you want to like watch a review before getting it and that kind of stuff. But I do personally, like, as I said, I appreciate DB Toys or DB Factory offering a good price for this figure and stuff, and I do want to see them make other affordable versions of like premium scam by exclusives and stuff like that. Okay, as for the DF Broly figures here, Treasure Toys does have these available, $64.46 for each one. The prices are not scalping prices. I think this is basically what it was originally, like around this price range. And then there's a $7 off offer I have right there, so if you want these, I think that's probably a pretty solid option to get them. As for Dimensionia, Treasure Toys does have these up for pre-order here. A, B, and C is being scalped, right? $91.75. You saw that post they made saying that C is the most popular one, and of course, Treasure Toys, seeing that, is scalping it. Hate to see this garbage, but if you want these, that is up to you. I do see a $12 off offer right there. Horrible. Hate to see this garbage. Moving on now, Kang also has some of the Dimensionia Goku Black figures available for pre-order, and they also have the, so let me see here. So Treasure Toys does not have the transparent hair thing going on here, but Kang does have this thing here where it says buy 3 and get a bonus. So that is how to get the transparent hair from Kang right there. Well, one of the ways to get them, buy all 3, you get a bonus, the translucent hair. But Kang also has the translucent hair listed separately right here, $28.37 free shipping, and I see a $3 off offer. Okay, so if you want that translucent hair, but you don't want to buy all 3 figures or whatever, Kang does have that available right now. Okay, They also have version A and version B, but version C is sold out. Okay, version C is gone. As for GM, I guess, as far as I know, I think there's like a second wave or a second batch of pre-orders for this Goku stuff again. I guess people really like it and they're making it again or whatever. So Kang has these up for pre-order right here, $41.13 for each one, $80 for both. This should be less. Makes no sense that, like, essentially buying both should give you a discount. Like, why would it be 41 for this, 41 for that, 80 for this? I mean, it's like, let's say this is like 42.26 basically. The 82.26 if you combine these prices, right? That's not really a discount. 80.69, this should be less. Okay, so anyways, if you want to pre-order these, you know where to find these. Link in the description and on dbfigs.com. I do like, you know, like this one does look like the manga cover, but I just feel like the renders, like the render was just a lot more amazing to me than the actual product. I don't know, but if you want these, that's up to you. Treasure Toys has it up for pre-order as well. Flowing hair, straight hair right there. Okay, is Treasure Toys cheaper? No, Kang is actually cheaper than Treasure Toys. Treasure Toys $47.15 and Kang is cheaper than that. Okay, moving on. Neokong 3.0 revised Vegito Super Saiyan 3. This is actually up for pre-order. I didn't even know that. So you can pre-order this if you want to. Okay, $47.03 free shipping. You know, pretty good price. You know, if you get $7 off, that'll be like $40 free shipping. So very good price. I'm not sure. I think Neokong in recent times has had, like, you know, decent quality and stuff like that. So as far as I know, these figures aren't like you know, like complete like bootleg garbage or anything. So if you want to pre-order that, that is up to you. I guess it has solid hair and translucent hair. And then the TK custom Broly head sculpt stuff, Treasure Toys does still have these available. As I said before, I think if you pair these with the DF Broly figures, this is like the best looking Broly figure as far as being accurate to the character and actually looking like the character Broly, like spot on in the like face sculpt department and stuff like that. The yellow one, the price has gone down a bit. I guess this is the less popular one. This one, the price looks about the same to me, and it has $7 off offer right there. This one also has a $7 off offer. So $7 off of this, like 37 whatever, free shipping. Pretty solid price, I think, considering the fact that you get 2 types of hair sculpts. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different expressions. You get the crossed arms. You get these 2 different hands. So it's a decent amount of stuff. It's way better value than like GM, for example, okay? As for Vitoforge, now, as far as I know, these released, at least I guess some sellers got them, I guess, because Treasure Toys still says pre-order. So if you want to pre-order these, that's up to you. I've definitely seen some issues regarding, like an issue regarding like the hands getting stained from the scythe and stuff like that. And the effect pieces are red rather than pink. I don't know why they did that nonsense. So I do think overall, the price is lower than Dimensionia though, doesn't it? Let me see. Yeah, Dimensionia is more expensive. That's Treasure Toys though. Where is Kang? Let's see here. Yeah, Dimensionia is a bit more expensive than Vitoforge, but I do prefer the look of Dimensionia. And I think Dimensionia does have, oh no, you know what? For Vitoforge, if you want the head sculpts and stuff, you got to pay the 80 whatever. So actually, let's see, where is Dimensionia? Dimensionia is actually slightly cheaper if you get it from Kang. As far as Treasure Toys, yeah, same thing actually, I think. Let me see. Oh no, similar price. Okay. So if you get the head sculpts, $81.81 for Vitoforge from Treasure Toys. And what about $83.02? Okay, except they're scalping this one, of course. So similar prices. Kang is slightly cheaper. Okay. You got that if you want to pre-order any of these. Okay. And then finally, WP Studio, the Burter. The price has gone down a bit to $74.02. I don't know whether that was an active decision on Treasure Toys' part, or if that's just because of like some, you know, Chinese yuan exchange rate thing. I don't know. But yeah, $74.02, $7 off would be about $67 basically. for this, which I think is like still too high. To be fair, it is free shipping, but it's nowhere near the value of DB Toys, but not as much of a scam as Recoome was. So I guess we'll have to see. As I said, I think I'll personally wait to see a review for this, and if it's not utter and complete quality control garbage, I might consider getting it. But if it is complete garbage, I probably won't get it, because like why would I buy an overpriced figure, like an overpriced third-party figure that's quality control garbage? I'd rather buy an overpriced official figure that has like decent quality. You know what I mean, dude? So if you're gonna spend $74, $67 or whatever on this and get like poor quality, then why not just buy some overpriced SH Figuarts that has at least decent quality, you would hope, you know? So anyways, guys, that's it for the Dragon Ball figure recap. Be sure to tune in every Friday if you want to be updated on Dragon Ball figures, and subscribe. And if you appreciate the news, you appreciate all this stuff, share the video, share the channel, like the video, all that stuff, and share dbfigs.com with other collectors. And be sure to use dbfigs.com if you want to make collecting much less stressful and much more convenient. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.